Because they want to see, what manner of man is this? We've heard about the great miracles he could do, but they were following to see what Jesus would do. And so Jesus and the disciples and my father all pressing on towards our house. And when it got there, there was this massive weeping and crying. See, neighbors had already heard that I had passed away and they had gathered to mourn. Professional mourners had already been called in to cry over me, to let people know how important my passing was. And as Jesus walked through, he said, "Why are you weeping?" And I said, "The little girl has passed away." He said, "No, she hasn't passed away. She's only sleeping." "Sleeping? Are you crazy?" they said to him. "Are you mad? We saw it for ourselves. Of course she's passed away." But Jesus pushed all of them outside. Jesus asked my mother and my father and 3 disciples to come in the room, my small room. And Father says they surrounded my bed. And then Jesus, in my own tongue, in Hebrew, he said, "Talitha kumi," which means, "Little girl, little maid, arise." And he took my hand. And this is where I start to remember again, because I heard those words so clearly. I heard those words the same as I hear the words of my mother when it's time to wake up to do chores. I sat up and I looked around and I saw the face of a man who must have been a great physician, because the last thing I remember was feeling terrible, was fading in and out of consciousness. I thanked this man, and he had someone bring me something to eat. And that's what I remember about him. He talked with my parents a bit. I heard them say, "We won't tell anyone." And I looked at my father and I said, "We won't tell anyone what?" And that's the first time I heard my own story about how I was dead and how Jesus made me undead.